guys, so I just watched a video not too long ago called a 2018 Cloth Diaper Favorites tag, and I thought the idea was genius. It's just a rundown of a different bunch of topics, like what are your favorite this and that in the cloth diapering world, and I thought that was really cool. I watched a video by Cloth with Cody, and she pulled her inspiration for her video from Jess's Blessed, 5-Minute Cloth, and Milo and me, who also did similar videos. The links to those videos, as well as the different topics I'll be touching on, are in the description box below. If you want to do one yourself, that'd be awesome to watch. Let me know if you do one in the comments. So, number one is, what is my favorite cloth diaper style? Now, if you've watched my previous video, you know that hands down my favorite method of cloth diapering is pre-folds and covers. It's just, they're economic, they're easy to wash, they're easy to fold, they're easy to line dry, they are mindless, they're easy to figure out, they're just, it's just a slam dunk for me. Every time I've tried different styles, that's the style I resort back to. I also incorporate flats into my stash. I have to give them an honorable mention because flats, when weather gets foul, being that I line dry and I don't have a dryer, weather can get wet, and even though I have a basement that I can hang things into, in the summertime, because of the AC running, it gets more humid in my basement. And because of the moisture levels increase, it takes longer for things to dry, and I have to have all these box fans, and it can get, when it gets wet for like a week and longer, where it's just constant rain or humidity and just ugly weather, it can get, I usually end up switching to flats because they'll dry a lot faster. So I definitely use flats as well. I incorporate those into my stash. They are a very important element in my stash. So flats, pre-folds, covers. That's what I use, and snappies. So my favorite brand is number 2, and that one got a little bit tricky, but then I thought, okay, overall, what do I have the most of? And it has to be Thirsties. It just, Thirsties and Buttons. Honorable mention, Best Bottoms. I would say they're my favorite, but I just can't get over the price. I love their diaper, I love their style, I love their company. Their price just hurts way too much. If I can get them secondhand, I do. If I can get them clearance, I do. If I'm desperate, I might pay full price for it, but for the most part, as far as just overall loving them, I absolutely love the Thirsties and the Buttons brand. And by the way, the Buttons brand, compared to the size 1 Thirsties, yeah, I got buttons to fit my newborn, and my son's now 17 months old today, and it still fits him. It's on the max setting, but the buttons, one size cover, still fit him. So that's about how long it's been lasting for me. So, and well, for him, but yeah. So, favorite brands. I'm still on favorite brands, I'm sorry. When it comes to the more boring stuff, not covers, but like pre-folds and flats, when my son was a newborn, I made some pre-folds myself homemade, but I didn't make enough, and Cotton Babies. They're regular infant size, however that works. I done forgot. Is it on here? No, of course not. I got the 4x8x4 layer infant size one, and I don't remember how long it is, but I know that it's particularly longer than my other pre-folds, the more squared ones. But these, when I folded down the back and put them on him, I could fold down the extra in the front to give him an extra boost of absorbency, which was much needed because he was a heavy wetter. And it put all the absorbency right there in the front where he needed it, and it was still relatively trim on him, considering. I really like them. They're also really cheap. It's like $18 a dozen for these. So I got the Indian cotton ones. I really like them, but I knew that because of how narrow they were, yes, they fit him excellent as a newborn because of their narrowness, but that meant that they were going to be outgrown much quicker, and it proved to be true. So about a month later, that's when I jumped into getting some Diaper pre-folds. Now, Diaper doesn't make the pre-folds anymore, which is a shame if you ask me, because I absolutely love these, but I know that there are comparable brands. Green Mountain Diapers makes excellent pre-folds. Buttons is, I was told Buttons is very comparable to Diaper, and I'm actually going to get some and try them and see how they are. I'm going to get like a couple and see how they are. As far as flats go, I love the Diaper flats, which is what this is. I just tie-dyed it. So Diaper my favorite brand for flats. They still have their bamboo flats. So, and those are my favorite. They're super soft. They're really absorbent, which I have heavy wetting kids, and it's been necessary. So Diaper flats. You can't get Diaper pre-folds anymore, but there's lots of other pre-folds out there that are comparable. Cotton Babies pre-folds gets an honorable mention because they worked really well for my son as a newborn. So, favorite color. Well, anyone who also knows me also knows that I have an obsession with prints when it comes to diaper covers. So I have only one solid color, and it is from Best Bottom because I couldn't resist this diaper. I really couldn't. And it is the watermelon print diaper print. It's not a print. Watermelon. It's just the watermelon colors. I mean, it's the closest thing to a solid I have, even though I do like how Best Bottoms will do contrasting trim with their solid colors. It tickles me. I like colors, so more colors, it makes me happy. I like how Buttons makes their prints with the same trim, but I like how Best Bottom does their solids with the contrast. I like the contrast for solids, so, and this diaper is just, oh, it's so cute, it's like a little watermelon. So I couldn't resist this diaper. And it's like the only solid I have. So this is my favorite solid. Now when it comes to prints, that's where it's like a whole new realm of holy crap, how do I pick one? So as far as prints go, I thought, what do I have the most of? Like, is there a certain print that I have in different styles and stuff? And then I was like, well, duh. My favorite print by far, unarguably, is Happy Camper by Thirsties. I have the size 1 Duo Wrap, the size 2 Duo Wrap. I have the wet bag in the Happy Camper print. I have their natural all-in-one in the print. I even found and bought the last shirt I could find with the camper on it. So, and this shirt doesn't even fit me. I'm hoping that when my metabolism decides it wants to work again, I'll be able to lose the weight and wear this shirt. But yeah, I'm like, you know, you have to really love a print to buy something that doesn't fit you because you like it. I don't know. So yeah, Happy Camper, definitely my favorite print. And I'm not even going to try to say, oh, I also like this print and that print, because I'll just start listing all of my diapers then. I wouldn't buy them if I didn't like them. So as far as the next topic is favorite closure. Be it like snappies, Velcro, snaps. And in my case, in case you haven't noticed from what diapers I have showed you, I am a fan of snaps. I just like the longevity of snaps. I have recently grown an appreciation for hook and loop, for just in instances where it's easier. Like, it just, I don't mind having some on hand for making quick, easy changes. I don't like how short-lived a lot of the hook and loop diapers are, and just the idea of trying to even change the Velcro in there, it's like, I don't even know. So I'm not even gonna bother. But I'm a huge fan of snaps. I'm also a huge fan of this little guy right here, the Snappy, because this has been the thing that has made cloth diapering successful for me. Particularly because, like I said, I use pre-folds, and I've also used flats. So this has been the thing that has made it successful. So next is sized or one size. This was also very difficult for me because, like I said, my favorite brand is Thirsties, and their covers are duo wraps. They're sized, size 1, size 2. But then, like, Buttons is also my favorite, and that's technically a one size cover. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know, like, Buttons and Best Bottom both came out with their own, like, larger versions. And so, like, this is a super cover by Buttons. So, in a way, they're kind of sized. I mean, they're one size because they have the snaps, but so do the Thirsty. So in a way, it's like they are and they aren't all sized in one size. It's sort of just interchangeable. It's really a gray area in my opinion. And so in that case, that being the case, as far as if I prefer sized or one size, I prefer one size. I want the longevity of being able to adjust and grow. But I don't like sized that don't have the rise adjustments. So let's put it that way. Because Thirsties does sell sized diaper covers, and so do several other manufacturers, and I don't like them. The duo wraps are, you could say, a one size in that they have the rise settings and they fit for a certain poundage, just like any other one size diaper. They do adjust to some degree. So I kind of like the in-between. I like the idea of one size, so I guess you could say one size is my favorite, but I have an appreciation for the sized covers that have the rise settings. I'm not a huge fan of the ones without. I like my diapers to grow and to last longer with my babies. So, favorite diaper is next. What's my favorite diaper? Just like in my stash, all-time favorite diaper. I think this is probably a little bit easy for anyone to guess. Of course, it's going to be the Happy Camper print. It's my favorite print. And it's the natural all-in-one. It's the only all-in-one out there that I don't want to rip my hair out with because it's absorbent enough for my son without any extra anythings. It's easy to clean off. I don't have to snap anything into it when it's washed. I just fold it up and put it away. And it's cute and it fits really well. So, I mean, it's my favorite diaper. This is my favorite diaper. The Thirsty's natural all-in-one. Their all-in-ones, their regular all-in-ones don't really work for me, but the natural all-in-ones are excellent. My alarm's going off. Quiet you. So, favorite nighttime solution. This is where Thirsty's comes into play again. Thirsty's makes these hemp pre-folds. By the way, these line dry really well, and because they open up, so they line dry really well. All of the hemp products by Thirsty's are always super soft. Even line dry, they have this softness to them that no other hemp product I have has. So they're really soft. They're super absorbent. So my favorite nighttime solution is actually pairing a bamboo flat with a hemp pre-fold, pad folded inside. Sometimes I'll add a microfleece liner if he's being particularly moody to help him feel dry longer so that he's not so cranky and he doesn't wake up so early. And of course I snappy it on. That's been lately my favorite nighttime solution. I didn't try these until much later, like probably more recently. I want to say within the last couple months I've bought these, and I'm kicking myself so hard for not getting them sooner. They are expensive as far as like per pre-fold. It's so worth it. So worth it. I was like, I don't know, it's like $7 for a pre-fold. It's incredible. And I line dry and they dry quickly. So that in and of itself is like, wow, because that was another reason I didn't want to get them, was because I line dry. And it's like, I don't want to get a hemp pre-fold. All those layers they'll take like 3 years to dry. But no, I love it and I can't recommend the hemp pre-folds enough. It has been the salvation to our nighttime routine. So I love the Thirsty's hemp pre-fold with the Diaper Right bamboo flat. Snapped on, and then I either put that underneath a wool cover or a double POL cover, and it has to be the larger size because it is a bit bulky. I like the double POL because if he saturates that diaper, sometimes with single layer POL it might just bleed through, and the double layer POL, of course, then it's not a problem. It has not been a problem. So favorite swim diaper. I've tried a couple different swim diapers by a couple different brands, and my favorite, bar none, is Sweet Pea. I'm not usually a fan of Sweet Pea diapers because of the thousands of snaps they have on each tab, and my OCD won't let me just snap just 2. I have to do all 4. But for a swim diaper, it's not a big deal, and it's not made out of that same kind of material that a lot of swim diapers are made out of that actually collect water in the swim diaper. This is like diaper swimsuit material. It has that really soft, silky feel. It doesn't make that sound when you crunch it up and stuff. It fits. This fit my son. This is tiny. This fit my son from like last year at 4 months old, and it still fits him this year at 17 months old all the way out and open. So this is by far my favorite swim diaper. And then I do kind of like, in this case, I like having all those tabs, snaps, because I feel like the diaper is then much more securely on him, considering he's in water and swimming around and kicking and stuff like crazy. It's just kind of reassuring. It looks really small, but of course it's a swim diaper. All swim diapers look small. So I definitely, if you want a swim diaper that feels a lot more like a bathing suit and is a lot more gentle on your baby, Sweet Pea, all the way. So my next one is my favorite detergent, and that one's just kind of readily available at most grocers. My favorite detergent is Tide. Tide gets the job done. I also use Gain. You've heard me mention in the cloth diaper video regarding Disney that I've taken Gain with me, and Gain works really well too. I actually use a combination in my normal routine. I use Gain for the pre-wash and Tide for the main wash. I have used just Tide and just Gain, and I like Tide more because it's just like, it's the most successful I've had no matter where I'm washing my diapers. But just so all in all, I like Tide the most, but Gain definitely gets an honorable mention from me. Next one is favorite rash cream. Now, my favorite cream to use for like a simple small heat rash, nothing too serious, just, oh, you look a little red and irritated, let me put something on you. I like the Grovia Magic Stick for that. It's soothing, it's gentle, it's cloth diaper safe, and it's the one little lipstick looking tube, or what, chapstick looking tube, whatever it is. It's only like a couple bucks. I think it's like $3.75 or something like that, and it's lasting me an eternity. Because heat rash is not something that's a common problem with us. Now, something that has happened a couple times, and it's usually actually disposable diaper related, has been those intense burning rashes. My daughter used to actually rash like that regularly, unfortunately, and I didn't even realize until I switched to cloth that it was because of the disposable she was doing that. And in that case, what I do is make my own rash cream. I go to Dollar Tree and I pick up a tube of hydrocortisone cream and a tube of foot fungus cream, which has clotrimazole in it, and I mix the two together. You can do 50-50. This ends up being a little off from 50-50 because the one tube is an ounce and the other is 1.25 ounces, but I mix them up. I just put them in a empty tube, and this will last me an eternity. If I was to use this exclusively for cloth diapering, this would last me for all of my kids, and I'd still have some left, because you only need a tiny bit on a rash and it clears it up within an hour. Like, it has been, this is the only thing. I've tried Desitin and other different kinds of brands on all of my kids, and this is the only thing that works well for my kids once they get, like, if they have really acidic stools and it really eats them up, this is the only thing that clears them up. But it doesn't offer a protective barrier, so it's like, this is something you would use on it, and then you would put a protective barrier on it if you want a barrier. This is not a barrier cream. This is just purely save their butt from the bleeding kind of cream. And this has worked magic. In fact, usually within an hour, the rash is gone, and then there might be a couple spots left where it got particularly bad or oozy. But for the most part, this stuff works wonders. And I use it very sparingly, and it's cloth diaper safe. So some people might cringe because, oh, it's hydrocortisone, but and if you use it too much, that's bad to use too much on your baby. But understand, I hardly use this, especially now that my kids are cloth diapered, and rashes that severe are very rare, very rare. I actually use this more on myself because I get sometimes, big girl problems. I get rashes either between my thighs, under my arms, anywhere else. And if it gets really irritated to almost the point of oozing, this stuff saves my life. So my own little DIY cream, my mom actually gave me the idea for it. It was my saving grace when my daughter was teething, had acidic stools, my first one that is. That's my favorite rash cream. No other rash cream really works as far as helping heal heinies. I haven't needed a barrier cream, like, ever, especially lately, as far as, like, with my last two, that is, with cloth diapering. So I have never really needed a barrier cream. So the Grovia Magic Stick and my own little rash cream ointment has been more than what I needed. So, next topic is, where am I at? My favorite wipes. Now, I have tried cloth wipes before, and with line drying, it drives me nuts having to hang each and every one. So more often than not, I use disposables, and I use the Amazon Sensitive. It works. By the way, if you use Amazon wipes, I heard a lot of people complaining that the wipes with the little pop top, they dry out really fast. Get the ones that don't have the pop top then. I have the opposite problem. When I get to the last wipe, it's like dripping wet because it's sitting in the plastic container. But I don't take it out of the package either. I just open it up and plop it in the container, and it dispenses out, and then I don't have a wet container and things like that. So anyways, I usually use them, but I have used cloth wipes before, and I'm actually thinking about switching back again, kind of like supplementing, like, I guess not even really supplementing, more like transitioning back, simply because it dawned on me if I store, or actually it was Cloth with Cody who told me in comments that if you're going to store them wet and they come out of the wash, just put them together and put them back into a solution or something. And I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. So I might give cloth wipes a try again. That and I thought about giving them a try. I probably will. I have used them before though, and so in that case, my favorite wipes has been the buttons one, which is what this one is. I love these. They're really soft. They work really well. Now, my favorite wipe solution, when I use cloth wipes, my favorite solution is just water. Sometimes I add just a touch of, what's it called? Baby soap. Just a hint of baby soap to some warm water before I dump it onto my wipes. And in the past, I have put a little bit of witch hazel in it before. Back when my daughter had diarrhea, really bad diarrhea. She got a stomach bug, had really bad diarrhea, and to kind of help soothe her hiney, I put together some cloth wipes with some witch hazel. So that's my favorite. But my favorite wipe solution is basically just water. Water works. My favorite material for diapers has got to be, hands down, bamboo. The bamboo is super soft. It's super absorbent. I really, really like it. And for my daughter, who wet really heavy, and for my son, who then wet equally as heavy, bamboo has been the answer to like all of our problems. Favorite material for wipes? Well, my favorite cloth wipes in general are 100% cotton flannel, and it works really well, and I recommend it. I love it. It's really soft. It's really good at getting stuff off. You know what I mean? It's got like a scrubbing power without being abrasive. So I really like that. Now, as far as storage goes, my favorite means of storage. I have these Dollar Tree bins. I put these in sideways just because it's easier to get them in and out that way. I don't have to fold the tabs in. But these Dollar Tree bins fit diapers perfectly. And I got these with the idea that I was going to have to replace them soon after with something better, because I'm like, it's Dollar Tree bin. How long is it going to last? These things have been used and abused by me. It has been torn apart and stepped on and stomped and destroyed by my toddler and by my, well, I guess my son's all creeping into a toddler stage. But yeah, my kids have destroyed these things like over and over again. And they're still going strong. So they work really, really well. They're like the perfect size. They're just the small storage containers with that little handle. And then I set these on a microwave cabinet in my bedroom, like stacked. The diapers fit perfectly in there, and they're holding up pretty darn well for Dollar Tree, and so I've actually haven't needed to replace any of them, surprisingly. The bigger ones now, I got a couple bigger ones, and they're getting a little bit wonky. I mean, it's been a year and a half now that I've had these, and I think it's a year and a half. Yeah, over a year and a half. It's been creeping upwards of 2 years I've had these, actually. And they, the bigger ones are getting a little distorted and out of shape, but these smaller ones, I think because of the size, they're just holding up really well. So my favorite storage has been those Dollar Tree containers. They work really well. Now my favorite accessory, like I mentioned before with closures, Snappy. The Snappy is my all-time favorite accessory because, like I said, this was what made cloth diapering successful for me. This little invention right here is the reason cloth diapers work for me. So I really love the Snappy. It's my favorite accessory. Now, as far as my favorite place to buy diapers, well, Diaper Junction. I absolutely love Diaper Junction. Recently, Diaper Junction's just been bought by Ellen, who she's just incredible. Very on top of, as far as taking care of customer concerns and complaints. She is very generous. Right now she's offering free shipping with no minimum, and her rewards are 10% back, and then every once in a while she'll run like a weekend or something where it's like double points, so you're getting like 20% back. It's insane, the promotion she's offering, and it almost makes you wonder how she's in business with all the promotions she offers. She's just excellent with customer service. She's very personal with people. If you go to the Diaper Junkies page, which is like the fan page or something like that with Diaper Junction, and if you address a concern, you'll always get a response within the same day. Like, it's just, they're really on top of their customers and keeping their customers happy and just processing orders. It's just, and she's got all kinds of awesome coupon codes. It's just, I love it. It's very personal. It's you get a much more personal experience with Diaper Junction, and of course, then by purchasing from them, you help out a small retailer, which is always a huge win in my opinion. Now, I'm not affiliated with Diaper Junction. I'm not getting paid to, like, whatever. I don't have any affiliate links or anything. I'm not promoting them for my own personal gain. I'm promoting them because they are a small company that I absolutely love and stand behind. So, I love them. They're great down there. They do an excellent job. They have excellent promotions and excellent customer service. So, my favorite, I would say, if you want to look for a retailer, go there. I have bought from buy sell trade pages. I've bought from other retailers. But just all in all, my all-time favorite place to go for diapers has been Diaper Junction. So, last but not least, what's my favorite thing about cloth diapering? That's hard to pinpoint down to just one thing. All in all, my favorite thing about cloth diapering is just the freedom from having to buy diapers anymore. Just no more having to drop money on disposables. I don't need them. I don't have to worry about running out. I don't have to go to the store. It's just, if I need if I need any diapers, it's just one wash away from having clean diapers. And just, I'm brain farting because she's distracting me. I blame her. But my favorite thing about cloth diapering is just not having to worry about that anymore. And also, just kind of to mention, and that's what I was going at before I completely brain farted there for a moment, cloth diapering has made changing diapers like changing clothes, in a way, in that, like, I don't feel like changing a diaper is a burden anymore like it felt like before. Like, for some reason, changing cloth diapers comes across to me as, like, not like a chore like changing a disposable does. It's kind of like, oh, we're gonna put your cute cover back on, and I wonder if we should put you in this cover. And it's almost like, I don't know, like playing dress up with a dolly or something. I don't know. That kind of mentality. Another thing I really like about cloth diapering too is just the community, and that was where I was kind of torn on, like, what's my favorite, because honestly, when you get into cloth diapering, you realize there's a whole community of women who also cloth diaper, who there is no right or wrong advice almost, because there's so much advice out there, and so, like, people are quick to give you their experience to help you out. And then of course, when you're cloth diaper, you have a whole new world open up to you, and so it becomes like a little community of moms who only understand each other, because those who use disposables just don't get most of the stuff we talk about. So I really like the community, the togetherness, that just coming together with just one commonality. I really like that about cloth diapering. And when I had thought about what my favorite thing about it was, I'm like, I absolutely love not buying diapers anymore, but I didn't realize I really have a huge appreciation for the moms that have come together, and we just get to share ideas and experience life together, even if it's just online or through an online community. It's nice to have that togetherness and that place where you kind of like belong as well. I really like that community aspect. So unfortunately, I couldn't think of something to do as far as like another topic for favorites, because I don't know about anybody else, but the idea that there's only 19 instead of 20 actually kind of gets under my skin, but I couldn't think of anything else to add. So those are my favorites for the 2018 Cloth Diaper Favorites tag. So if you have, if there's anything that you like as well, and you also like that I listed or whatever, let me know. If there's any of your favorites, I totally would love to see if you put a video together about your favorites. And if you do, comment, let me know, and I will find you and I will watch. I love seeing what other people prefer and what works for them and why. So if you liked this video or found it useful at all, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to follow along, I've got some other videos that will be coming soon that are very interesting, and you can subscribe so that you don't miss out on that, because I can't tell you when they'll show up otherwise. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.